Today we're going to make two cushion covers, and they're going to be contrasting. And I've got this piece of material here. I'm using this as the basis. I've chosen it because it's got very nice bright stark colours and it's got a distinctive triangular shape on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this here, this piece here, as the border for the contrasting piece of material. So I've roughly cut that so that, folded that so that you can see how big it's going to be. So that sits there. The material I've got left over from this is going to be the border for this one, and the material I'm going to cut off of this will be the border for this one. And then I have already cut out some triangular shapes, and I've gone with the shape of the triangle, so I've got the triangle going through that theme of that triangle, and then I'm going to pop them on there, all higgledy-piggledy. I'm not sure yet how this is going to turn out, so that'd be very interesting. And I've cut a couple of random shapes. Sew those on. That will be the contrasting. So there's two cushions, one with this as the border to this one, this is the border to this one, and then because I haven't got enough material left, I thought it doesn't matter, let's have another colour. But obviously a colour that matches the palette, and the purple will be the back of this cushion. So we'll see how it turns out. So now I have the alternating strips cut ready. So this is the plain material with the edges that I talked about earlier on being cut off of this piece, and these are strips from this one. These are 2.5 inches wide. You can have them any size you want, but I quite like the 2.5 inch border. I think it works very well. So now that leaves me to iron them and sew them into place, and then I will show you how to do the back. So it's got no zip, no buttons. You just pop a cushion pad in and you have your cushion. Right sides together, lay your material down and cut out your backing piece. This is the back of your cushion cover, and cut it enough for a hem, because that's going to turn and fold down and be the inside of the cushion, the cushion cover. So you need to cut your backing piece out. You could choose the same colour that you already have. You can choose any colour you want. It's up to you, your creativity. But I've chosen this because I quite like the purple in it. Matches the purple here. I've cut the back out for both cushion covers now, and then you need to cut another strip the same width as the cushion cover and about 8 inches down. It's not crucial because this is just going to be the bit that tucks over, a bit like a pillowcase when the pillowcase tucks back. You can be really creative, of course, and you could say, well, I think I'll have that bit that tucks back a different colour again and have the blue. It would look really nice, but I've gone for the purple because that's what I really fancy. Still with the right sides together, fold your hem down, iron it into place, and that will need to be machine stitched. Get your piece of material that you've cut ready for the flat and iron your hem there, and in a moment what is going to happen is this, when we sew it all together, is going to go in here and in there, but we need to get it sewn. So first I'm going to do the hem, and then because this is my design that's a plain one, I'm going to put all my motifs on. The other one, however, because I'm not going to put any motifs on, can be finished. Right, you've hemmed your edge, you lay the right sides facing together, and you're now going to hem along this edge to attach it to your main piece of your cushion cover. I do it on the bottom edge so that the flap to hold the cushion is on the bottom, and I'm chosen to have my cushion cover this way up, but that's down to your own preference. Okay, so now you've sewn your flap on, lay that down here like this, and then get your piece of material that you've already hemmed, right sides facing together, and then you're going to need to stitch down this edge, down this edge, and along the bottom edge, and then you will have your cushion cover. I usually start with this top end first to make sure that the corners, the bottom edge of the cushion cover all meets up. It doesn't matter if it's slightly short because it all folds over. It doesn't matter if it's slightly short this end because it all folds down. But what is really important when you come to sew this end, you make sure you keep this piece here, this flap, and make sure you sew in all of these pieces as you sew down, because then that all folds over. It's like magic. There's loads of ways of doing this sewing. Once you're used to, more adept at sewing, you'll get a lot more proficient. I've come in on the other side, coming down from here, but as I'm doing it, I'm pulling this across so that I keep this bottom edge the same as the top piece, otherwise you're going to end up with a pucker in the corner. So just keep stopping every now and again and make sure all of the edges are meeting up. So you need to tidy up your corners, mitre your ends. Using the scissors very, very carefully at this point. You need to push all your corners out. Be very careful here that you don't actually push the scissors through the fabric. And when you've turned all of your corners out, then you will have your cushion cover that is all made completely and looking absolutely beautiful. Just needs a good iron now. The next thing I've done now, I've done the border on the edge of this one, I've got the middle piece, and I've laid out my triangles ready to go. I'm going for this design. I've gone for the 3 triangles, so the 2 shapes, 3 primary colours that I've picked out of the border. You can choose, it's your creativity coming into play here, but I do know, having rearranged them millions of times on the cushion, that it actually works if I stick to these three main colours, the blue, the purple, the lighter purple, and the darks, so 4 colours, sorry, that if you include this one here. And I arrange them round and keep the triangles the same shape, and it seems to work quite nicely. You might not like it, you might prefer it more regimental, but again, that's completely down to your creativity. So here we have our finished cushions. I must say I'm rather pleased. I like the way the colours mix. I like the way the pad goes inside here. No cushion, no cushions, no zip, no buttons. So it only leaves me now to design them on my chair how I'd like to. Not like that. Maybe like this. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.